a few ways I stay consistent when it comes to consciously manifesting. Now, we all have days where we slip and we fall off the wagon, we dwell in circumstances, and that is okay. But here are some things that help me stay consistent. I like to have a routine. Now, not everybody has to have a routine to manifest, but when I do coaching with these amazing people, my goal is to make it not so overwhelming, because in my experience on my manifestation journey, I found it to be very overwhelming in the beginning stages because there was so much information, so many different opinions, different perspectives, and of course everybody's a teacher from their own experience, which is great. I found it really overwhelming and I just was like, what do I do? Like, do this, do that, what do I do? I was just confused. So I like to have a routine, and this is the routine that I share with everybody that I do coaching with. I set an alarm for 10 to 15 minutes before I would normally get up. It doesn't have to be that exact time. And I will spend those 10 to 15 minutes, you know, when you're still in that drowsy state, affirming. But I only affirm my self-concept in this 15 minutes. And it's up to you what you do. I'm just giving what I do and what works for me. And I feel like that really primes my brain, my mind for the day. And I feel like it helps me stay on track more easily because I've sort of set the wheels in motion to be thinking this new way of thinking. And then I set little alarms on my phone for every couple of hours. And when these alarms go off, in these intervals, I will affirm. It's out loud in my mind, it doesn't really matter. I will affirm for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now what this does is getting you into a habit of thinking these new thoughts. So it will eventually get to a point where you don't have to consciously affirm these, they'll just be your new natural way of thinking. It helps you stay accountable, it helps you stay on top of your mental diet. And then what I like to do is, before I go to bed, I'll have a bath or whatever I need to do, and I either listen to my self-concept sleep tape, which has got all of my affirmations on, called Your Own, or you can go listen to Subconscious Laws or Kim Blair's or Dylan James, any of those on YouTube. Or one of my favourite things to do, which I've told you many times, is I'll listen to movie soundtracks for sleep. It's called Movie Soundtracks for Sleep on Spotify, and I'll listen to that and visualise as I'm drifting off to sleep. I'll just visualise me having what I want. Occasionally my mind will start to wander and like, well, how did you get to this point? And questions stuck. Then I'll refocus my mind and go back to the end in my visualisation. And that is exactly what I do to help myself stay consistent with my manifestation.